What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Road to the GOAT series. 66 and 7. We need 3 more wins to get the greatest of all time trophy. Can we get another victory in this video? We are going to find out. So my opponent, 99 overall, Los Angeles Lakers. I thought this was some historic team, but no, this is the current Los Angeles Lakers team, and I'm surprised they're 99 overall. And you guys seen it in the last video, the Oklahoma City Thunder is only like an 85, 86 overall rated team, but I really don't pay too much attention to that because it comes down to how you can utilize the guys you have on your team and, you know, the player skill in NBA 2K. So let's get on to the game here. My opponent, of course, has the Los Angeles Lakers, like I mentioned before. We play good defense on that possession, and we're on the break with James Harden, but I decided to slow it down. One thing I do want to mention is Kevin Durant hitting a wide open 3. LeBron James trying to close out, but a bit of a late closeout. So the thing that I wanted to mention is that I forgot to take Kendrick Perkins out of the starting lineup. You guys know that Kendrick Perkins do not belong in the starting lineup when we're facing tier 1 teams. If we go up against a tier 2 team, then okay, he could probably stay in the lineup, but I need Serge Ibaka at that 5 position just to stretch the floor out. Nick Collison could shoot the mid-range a little bit, and he could finish at the basket, and he's not as slow as Kendrick Perkins. Big Kendrick Perkins just could not get the job done for me. Tough layup here by Dennis Schroeder, and my opponent has now taken the lead with the score being 7-5, and he comes back down again. KCP hitting the 3 over James Harden, making it 10-5. So not a good start for me on the defensive side, except that very first possession. LeBron James, same spot that KCP shot from. Now it's 13-5 with about 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And my opponent, he came out in this zone. I don't know what zone it really was, maybe a 2-3 or a 3-2, but it doesn't really matter because the zone got holes in it and I could try and take advantage of those holes. So back on offense we go. James Harden, wide open, corner of the court. This is what we need from this guy, man. When he's wide open, he has to hit those 3-pointers. In the past several videos, he's been struggling to shoot from deep and he hasn't really been getting to the rim that good. But in this game, especially in the first quarter, he did a pretty good job here. We're on defense. Now I'm trying to play the best on-ball defense that I can. I know I don't have to push up on Anthony Davis, but I play good defense. He gets the rebound again and dunks it over James Harden's head. I play the best defense that I can, but AD just ended up getting his own rebound. And my opponent, in that frantic defense. We've seen that before, especially going up against the Los Angeles Lakers, where they like to try and bait you into predictable passes, but you know, you just got to take your time, and we do that on that possession there, finding Nick Collison down low. Maybe if that's Kendrick Perkins, he misses that shot. Nasty poster on Alex Caruso by Kevin Durant, and now we're only down by 1 exiting the first quarter. Harden getting beat by Wesley Matthews, and that's going to increase his lead a little bit. So end of the first quarter, 17-14. We didn't play too bad and we didn't play too good. Our defense definitely could have been better, and his defense as well, because we scored a lot of points. So the defensive matchups, what I always like to talk about, is that I had LeBron James, or I had Kevin Durant guard LeBron James, and Serge Ibaka was guarding Anthony Davis, but you've seen that on a couple of possessions earlier in the video. That's all I really did for defense, and also switching all on every screen, on ball and off ball. For offense, nothing really spectacular. I mean, we have our run play frequency set to 100 so that guys are always moving around the court, and I'm able to easily remix plays as I see fit. But right now we're still down, and my opponent, his defense is looking good, offense is looking good. LeBron James is just dancing on us. James, 7 points, 3 for 3 shooting. So 21-16. This second quarter was not good for us at all. LeBron James with the ball, Kevin Durant, James pulling up, can't get a 3-pointer, but Andre Drummond is there. This is why I don't really like having Kendrick Perkins in. He's supposed to be a rebounder, man. I mean, he's got to be good at doing something, but he can't even grab rebound, can't play good defense, just way too slow. And my opponent has now opened up the lead to a 9 3-point lead. We have to try and get something going here. In the second quarter, I shot the ball way too much. Kevin Durant, good play call for him. Wide open three-pointer, foot right above the three-point line. Refs are going to mark that one as good. Serge Ibaka now, mid-range game. This is why we need him in at the 5, because he's going to be able to move and find those holes in the zone and hit the mid-range if possible. James Harden, 21-25. We get fouled on the three-pointer, and these are going to be some of the easiest free throws for James Harden, considering we are in the first half and it's 3 easy free throws, and James Harden is a pretty good free throw shooter. First one, perfect release. Second one, I'm wasting no time shooting these free throws. Perfect release. Third one here, you might as well go ahead and count it. So now 24-25. Good jobs by James Harden to hit all of his free throws, and I'm telling you, this is a guy we depend on when we really want to win the game. Good defense here by us. LeBron James guarding Westbrook. Kevin Durant, I decided not to take the 3, so I'm going to take my time and see what I could abuse in this defense. Back out to James Harden, moving the ball around, Collison down low, slamming it down with one hand. The ball moves a lot faster than any of these players can. That's the mindset you have to have when you're going up against the zone. Just try and move the ball around, make the smart passes, cut down on the length the pass has to travel, so that way the opponent doesn't get a good positioning to steal the ball whenever you go for a pass. So look at this now. We're up by 1 now. We're up by 3 points. Inbound alley-oop to Russell Westbrook, and that's going to send us into the second half with a 3-point lead. Beautiful way to end out that first half, or the second quarter, especially when we struggled early on in that second quarter. We just pulled ourselves together, called a timeout, and I said, hey, you know, I don't need to be shooting all of these shots. We have guys who can get to the paint and then drive and kick out if guys are open on the outside. So let's get on to the second half now. So second half beginning. We still have our 3-point lead. Make it a 5-point lead. Good vision by me to find Serge Ibaka cut into the rim, and my opponent is just way too slow. So now I'm bringing a double team. LeBron James fading away, misses it. Don't know why I came over to help, and Andre Drummond had one of the easiest points in this game. So back on offense, slowing it down. Good pass by James Harden to get that over Drummond. So KD, James Harden, back to KD, wide open, top of the key, 3-pointer, and it's good. You got to choose someone. You want to choose James Harden, or do you want to choose Kevin Durant? But either way, someone's going to be open. Good defense there by James Harden. We don't get the steal, but we're still in good defensive position, but he's able to recognize that there's a alley-oop opportunity for Anthony Davis, and he capitalizes on that. Westbrook to the rim now, taking our time. Harden, corner. Not a perfect release, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to get a perfect release every time, but damn, man, if you're open in the corner or open above the 3-point line, let's hit our shots. And look at that block there by Serge Ibaka, just snatching it from Anthony Davis, and that's going to help increase our momentum. Westbrook, corner 3 ball. Not really expected a lot from Westbrook, but he hits that corner 3 ball, and now it's a 10-point game for us. We've definitely turned up in this third quarter. Back on offense we go. Not shooting. He's jumping with LeBron James. I said, okay, let's slow things down. Westbrook, guarded by Schroeder. I said, this is too easy right here. Goes up for the shot and misses it. Dennis Schroeder tips it back up and in for us. And that basket is going to count. It's too little down there. Russell Westbrook was his body and Dennis Schroeder. And my opponent has had enough because of that outstanding run we had late in the second half and entering the third quarter. So now we only have 2 more victories to capture the greatest of all time trophy, and hopefully we can do that in the next 2 videos. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.